Able and join Husson University band in the playing of the national anthem. And now, tonight's starting lineups. First for the visiting Bengals, a junior from Miami, Florida. Number 3, Jordan Guerrero. A senior from Ogden, Utah. Number 4, Micah Petty. A sophomore from Portland, Oregon. Number 10, Aiden Grady. A junior from Iwaki, Japan. Number 35, Tatsuya Sasaki. A senior from Stuttgart, Germany, number 40, Daniel Brown. The Bengals are coached by Carly Flowers, and she is assisted by Yasani Kavalimani, Nick Amadi, and Raheem Gerard. And now, the starters for your Husson University Eagles. At guard, a graduate student from Trenton, Maine, number 0, Derek Collins. At guard, a junior from Camarillo, California, number 3, Ryan Jeff. At center, a senior from Thompson, Maine, number 22, Jared Balder. At guard, a freshman from Upper Marlboro, Maryland, number 25, Andre McCauley. And at guard, a senior from Brooklyn, New York, number 1, Jeremy Moronta. The head coach for Husson University in his 30th season is Warren Caruso. He is assisted by Bill Taylor, John Clark, Justin Thompson, and Jay Thomas.
Welcome everybody inside the Newman Gymnasium as we get set for the home opener for the 2023-2024 men's basketball season. And the Eagles started off their season on the road well against Bowdoin College a couple of days ago with an incredible performance from freshman Riles Neff, putting together 35 points in the double overtime victory. Looking to continue that here and start off the season well at home. Ethan Moss alongside Ryan Barnes. We're in for a great matchup between the Bengals of UMaine Fort Kent and the Husson University Eagles. The Eagles winning the tip-off, but quickly back to the side of the Bengals. And it'll be Micah Petty starting it off. Back out to Franz at the top of the key. Over to Sasaki. Now inside to Guerrero, puts it up. No good. Moronta tips it over to Collin for the rebound. And the Eagles will take it up the court. Now Balzer dishes it out to Moronta. Back to Balzer, sets the screen. Maranta goes in and swings it out wide. Now back out to Collin. Collin got to put up a shot, puts it up off the back of the rim and tipped back out to Neff. Neff now looking for an open look off the screen, puts it up off the front of the rim. Collin collects. Now Maranta. Spin move inside to Derek. Collin puts it up, and the Eagles are on the board.
Great ball movement there, just by everyone passing around, getting rebounds too, and eventually found the open man right in front of the net.
Now Sasaki taking it up the court for the Bengals. Last time the Bengals came here, they ended up beating the Eagles 67-61. That was the end of last year. Eagles trying to turn that around this year. Here's Petty getting it into Franz. Working against Balzer. Loses his footing and taken away by Neff. They're going to come back the other way quickly with Maranta. Fakes the handoff and tipped in by Balzer. Good move from Maranta. Had the defense sleeping. And it's 4-0 quickly. Petty will give it off to Sasaki. Now inside to Guerrero. Guerrero dishes it out to Aiden Grady, trying to work into the paint. And in front of Derek Collin will put it in. Now quickly, here come the Eagles the other way. Quick shot is no good. And out of bounds, Bengals ball. Sasaki will take it up. Working against Neff. Trying to get it to Guerrero, instead to Franz. Just short. Balzer collects the rebound. Collin straight in and rejected by Grady. Handled by McCauley, put up and falls in off the foul. That'll be McCauley heading to the line.
McCauley on the line for one.
This is a much different Eagles team than we're used to. Some returners, some familiar faces, but some of them on the bench in unfamiliar spots and letting some of these younger talents play. Coach Caruso now in his 30th season. Congratulations to the Maine Basketball Hall of Famer. 30 years here at Husson. This one dished off to Guerrero, puts it up, just short, tipped away. There is Sasaki to collect it. They'll get it back out to Guerrero. Does it again, this time short, collected by Balzer. Quick pass to Neff, who's looking to go up tempo. They're going to get it out to McCauley, who fakes the shot. Balzer right at the free throw line, and he is in. Flowers will take her first. We're going to step aside. It's 12-2 Eagles here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back out of the quick break as the Bengals will inbound. This time it's Petty taking it up the field, or up the court rather. We're going to have a stoppage to clean up some moisture on the court. But very quick timeout for the Bengals and Coach Flowers, and really just trying to feel out the Eagles, who've looked really fluid so far and much different than what we're used to seeing maybe on the home court for the Eagles. And Bengals don't quite look like they're up for the challenge just yet. See what adjustments they make.
We've seen in past seasons from the Eagles primarily having maybe 2 or 3 scorers, but very unselfish basketball from the Eagles so far, spreading it out, getting to the open man, taking the shots.
So Sasaki will inbound after the quick stoppage. And it'll be Petty working against Maranta. Gets to the arc, now dishes it out to Sasaki. Takes the shot now to Franz. trying to work their way into the paint, but nothing doing, as that'll go back out to Petty. Now inside 10 on the shot clock. Get it over to Guerrero, double teamed in the corner by Neff. Puts it up, and off the rim, rebounded by Balzer. Neff working against Sasaki, goes all the way around inside to Balzer, off the glass, no good, and collision and a foul. It'll be Bengals ball.
Foul here, his first, team's first.
Giovanni Baugh coming into the game for Guerrero on the side of the Bengals. Slew of personnel changes. He will take it up the court. This one poked away by Maranta, but there to handle it is Vukcevic. Now Sasaki trying to work around Neff. Tough defense from the Eagles so far. Nothing doing inside, and a three ball goes short from Baldwin. Tipped out and rebounded by Maranta. Loses the handle, but recovers. Now quickly to McCauley. Back out to Maranta. Trying to direct some traffic. Here's Neff, top of the key. Working around the screen. Now Collin dishes it back out to Neff. Still nowhere to go. And pass goes wide. Trying to go for McCauley, who was wide open, had a great look at a three there. Now here's Neff off of the inbound. Slings it in to Maranta, working to get some contact and puts it in for the tough basket. Jeremy Maranta getting his first basket of the home season. Scott Lewis will get ready to check in for the Eagles. Here's Grady working against Collin, gets off the screen, puts it up, and that'll go short. Balzer is there. Now Maranta on the fast break. Puts it up on a tough left-hander. Balzer is there to collect it off the glass, and that'll roll out of bounds. Bengals ball.
Entering the game for the Eagles, number 4, Eric Ehlers, and number 34, Scott Lewis.
Scott Lewis and Eric Ehlers into the game. Baldwin will inbound to Baugh. Very tight defense has been played from the Eagles, and it has paid off. So 2 points so far, and a steal right there from Balzer. Now here's Maranta, passes up the clean look, goes inside, puts up a floater, and that one doesn't come down. Almost pokes it away from Sasaki. Now this one goes to Baugh, to Vukcevic. Now back to Sasaki trying to cut in. Baugh just throws one up, and that'll go out of bounds. And Luke Caruso coming in for Jeremy Maranta.
Number 20, Luke Caruso.
14-2 Eagles. Good portion of the way through this first period. Story of the game so far has been the Eagles' defense. Really been suffocating the Bengals, especially inside the perimeter. As here's Caruso. Dishes it back out to Ehlers. Quickly back out to Caruso. Passes up the shot. Now to Neff. Neff puts up a three. No good. Rebounded by Baldwin. Quickly going is Vukcevic. Stays in bounds and gets it back out to Baldwin. Now open on the far side is Grady. Tries to get it in and just short off the rim. Now Neff takes it up the court. Right at the top of the key. Passes it out to Caruso. Caruso working on Vukcevic. Gets it to Balzer. Now to Neff. Tough screen. And outside to Ehlers for three. Off the rim and out of bounds. Bengals ball.
Entering for the Eagles, number 5, Cody Gia.
Gia into the game for the Eagles for Neff. You will press up on Baugh to start off. Now to Sasaki working on Caruso. Offense is rolling now. Baldwin will dish it out to Vukcevic. Back to Sasaki. Trying to shake Caruso. And just too long on that one. Back in to Grady. Working against Lewis. Has it rejected. Now Lewis having some problems getting it out to Balzer. Does so. Caruso puts up a floater. That one comes down in the hands of Baldwin. Vukcevic inlet pass has that one knocked down and a foul.
We've seen this kind of aggressive defense all game from both Lewis and Balzer. Now, I was going to say very few fouls coming on the defensive end. We've had a couple on Husson's offensive end. But overall, great job by the big men, just holding strong right up front and just having a huge net front presence.
Grady goes 0 for 2 at the line, but a quick rebound by the Bengals, still struggling. Right on the floor, and Ehlers comes up with it. Here's Gio working with it. Now to Henke, fresh into the game, puts up a shot. That one won't fall in, and Vukcevic is there to collect it. Sasaki still trying to direct some traffic in an offense that has not been working. Vukcevic a deep three off the front of the rim. Lewis rebounds out to Caruso. Quickly up to Ehlers, who loses the touch on it. Gets it back to Caruso. Now it's going to be Hia. Puts up a three off the backboard and rebounded by Baugh. Coming up the court quickly is Baugh, trying to get it in. Runs over a man, and that results in the point for Baldwin. Real lack of offense for the Bengals. That's just their second field goal of the night. Dia will dish it to Caruso. Back now, Henke for three. Got it. Now Baugh working against Hia. Trying to drive right into the paint. Gets that one swatted down by Lewis. There to collect it is Grady, working through a lot of contact. That one in the hands of Lewis now. Eagles go back the other way quickly. Back outside to Henke, now to Caruso. Hia has it taken away by Baugh. Is there to collect it. But a backcourt violation on the Eagles.
Bengals foul on number 1, Giovanni Baugh. His first, team second.
Reach-in foul will be called on Baugh.
Re-entering the game for the Bengals, number 40, Daniel Franz.
Franz back into the game for the Bengals as Caruso dishes it over to Hia. Very physical basketball on the court right now. Here's Henke working to drive it in. Now Hia into the paint. Off some contact, collects his own rebound, and he's going to sit on the floor with it. Bengals ball. Vukcevic working on Ehlers, gets it into Baldwin. Puts up a three off the backboard, rebounded by Hia. Quick drive in, back out to Caruso for three. Off the backboard, rebounded by Vukcevic. Press from here, has ball in the backcourt. Now they dishes it out wide to Vukcevic for three. No good. And Ehlers gets the rebound. Flings it around to Lewis. Now back to Hia. Hankey again for three. This one's short. Lewis with the quick putback. Here's Baugh. Again working on Hia. Trying to shake the defender. Can't do it now to Vukcevic. Loses the touch, had a wide open three there. Sasaki now into the paint, goes way over the backboard. And Eagles basketball. Grady back into the game for the Bengals, as well as Kuhlbrick. Here's Hia right at the top of the key. Had Lewis open, now looks to Henke. Back to Lewis, has that one poked away by Franz. And Eagles basketball. It'll be Henke to inbound right in front of the Bengals bench. We'll have to get it around Aiden Grady. Gets it into Ehlers. Running out of time on the shot clock. Lewis trying to lose Franz. Ehlers will put up a deep three off the front of the rim. Rebounded by Baugh. Vukcevic. Lots of pressure from the Eagles. They'll sling it out to Baugh. Working into the paint. And a foul called. He'll be shooting two shots. Bengals' second trip to the free throw line after going 0 for 2. That was Bryce Baldwin. Foul was assessed to Luke Caruso, his first. First one is good. He's 1 for 2 at the line. Ehlers is there for the rebound. Franz just got boxed out, and a quick pass to Lewis. Back to Ehlers. Hia off the foul. And he'll be going to the line. That foul was assessed to Baugh. Hia will take two shots. Eagles up 19-5. At one point, this was 14-4. Very quick lead for the Eagles. 10-point lead off of a good run to start it off. And again, we'll keep going back to it. The story so far has been the defense. Eagles playing very physical, very aggressive, and it's been working very well.
Holding any team to 5 points over halfway through the first half is no small feat. And just to be able to do it with the aggressiveness and the discipline that Husson has been doing, yet 2 fouls at the same time with how we've seen them in past season, the aggressiveness that they've had, we would see more fouls being called. Just overall great discipline by the Eagles there by being aggressive but not getting to the point where it's getting called a foul.
Fighting in the paint, that one swatted away by Lewis. Eagles coming back the other way. Here's Ehlers. Loses his man, puts it up, and that'll fall in.
We've seen a huge jump from Ehlers just between last year and this year. 22 points against Bowdoin. Sophomore out of St. Pete, Florida, just coming up huge for the Eagles.
Ehlers working on De La Torre. Now to Vukcevic. Calls Caruso in. Now Lewis working against Grady. Getting bullied out now. Here's Cullen, gets fouled. And he'll be taking a trip to the line.
Bengals foul on number 20.
discipline, like you said, been paying off, and I think a lot of that comes from playing a tough opponent like Bowdoin. You know that this is going to be a tough game no matter what, no matter how well you're playing, how poorly you're playing. It's going to be a tough game. So you always try to lock in as much as you can, and some of that momentum can carry into those next matchups, especially after you're beating a team that you haven't beaten over 10 years in the Polar Bears. Or not 10 years, excuse me, a couple of years. Since 2020 was the last time the Eagles had beat the Polar Bears. Full court press as Baugh struggles to get it out. Now to Grady, working with two defenders. He'll get it out, but stolen by Lewis. Quick pass to Cullen. He'll lay it in. Lots of pressure again, and Eagles getting even more aggressive defensively. Here's De La Torre trying to work in. Feeds it in to Nino Wright for the easy basket. Now here's Neff. Gives it out to McCauley. Almost loses it. Quick pass to Ehlers for three. He's got it. Ehlers knocked down a couple of threes already. And it's 29-7. Trying to get a quick steal. And a foul called on the Eagles.
Eagles foul number 3. Ryan Knapp, his first, team 4.
Now we mentioned a lot of the young talent also getting a lot of minutes so far in this season for the Eagles. How important do you think that is to really get those minutes, get those reps early on in the season, especially as it wears on and you may have to step up due to injury?
Well, not only the younger players, just the new players. You have the transfers, Ryle Sneff, and Tony Nahia, all those people, and you have the youngsters. You have Eric Ehlers coming up now. You have Ty Hankey as a sophomore who's been hitting shots. And just not the usual suspects like we have in previous seasons, like we have Jeremy Morant, Jared Balzer. It just seems like a different style of play that we have seen in past seasons where they would run the offense through a couple people back when Jay Thomas, DJ Bussey were here. And now just having more spread out makes for better basketball all around.
Now here's McCauley who dishes it out to Maranta for three. He's got it. There may be some new suspects, but there's always the usual suspects as well. And Jeremy Maranta knocking down threes in the Newman Gymnasium. That's nothing new. Franz will put up a floater. That's no good. And here's Maranta, quick pass to Neff. Has that one taken away by De La Torre. Runs through Maranta. And no good. On the basket, Maranta. Tough contact, not afraid to take it from De La Torre. But he'll go to the line for two.
Pretty big contact there. I was almost positive that he was able to set his feet down, but referee calling a block on that one.
Angelo De La Torre, shooting second of 2.
De La Torre taking his second as Britton Franklin comes into the game for the Bengals. It's both of those, and it's 32-9. This new look offense and defense for the Eagles has looked great. Eagles will take the foul after McCauley loses his footing.
Number 0, Ryan Franklin.
It'll be De La Torre to inbound on the near side. Neff with a quick press on Baugh. Baugh trying to drive in, now dishes it out quickly for three, no good. That was right. Collin trying to come up with it, and instead it's McCauley. Swings it out. Here's Neff. Now back to Maranta. McCauley gets it off the back of the rim. So close to a three there. And now here's Baugh. Franklin will put up a floater. That one's off the rim. Balzer is there. Now here's Collin taking it up. Nowhere to go. Now goes to Maranta. Maranta works it into Balzer. Off the glass and fighting for the rebound. Balzer eventually comes up with it, dishes it into Collin. Off the backboard and in. Derek Collin with 11 points. Having himself a day so far in this first half. There's Baugh trying to get it around Neff. Will get it to right. Working it in over the top of Balzer, but Balzer will come down with it off the backboard. And Neff with the long pass to Maranta. Quick pass to Collin. He'll flick that one in. Another deuce for Derek Collin. Now here's Baugh trying to get it around. Now to Franklin for three. Knocked away by Franz. And a foul on the Eagles. Franz will go to the line. Couple of substitutions. Jay Griffith coming in. As well as Boss Rutschman. We'll inbound it. Now to Baldwin. Right. This one trying to get taken away. And a reach-in foul called on Collin. They were really trying to poke that one away from Griffith fresh into the game. Griffith at the line. That one goes short and Balzer collects it. We'll get it out to Maranta. Quickly out to Abdul-Rahman, fresh into the game. Now Ness trying to go in, he'll lay it in.
Took a while for Neff to really get into the scoring. He had a rebound and 2 assists.
Takes that one away. Here's Neff coming the other way. He'll lay it in, and 2 quick points for Riles Neff. Now at the top, Franklin is working on McCauley, who's hanging tough with him. Now we'll dish it out to Griffith. Maranta tight on him as well. No space to work with. And a foul called. Student section here loves it. Great crowd on hand here for the home opener for the Eagles. Bryce Tackett coming into the game. Now out of all the sports here, every team gets a lot of support, but it may be basketball on both the men and women's side who gets the most love from the student section.
Time after time, we have seen this student section just packed, and I really don't see much.
Balzer introduces himself.
Don't really see much of empty space here on, at least on our end under here.
Now Franklin for 3, he's got it. Now into double digits are the Bengals, down now by 30. As the second half expires, Tackett puts up a deep one, and that'll be off the post of the backboard. It'll be a Fort Kent ball. Now here's Wright. Under 30 seconds, puts that one too hard. Tackett collects. Tackett will take it up the court. Trying to work around the defense. Inside 10 seconds, quick shot. No good from McCauley. Bengals have it, running out of time, puts up a prayer, and that one will be short as the half expires. It's 42-12. Eagles. Eric Collin leading the scoring with 13. And we're going to step aside and be back with the second half. You're here from the Husson Eagles Sports Network. Back here out of the break on the Husson Eagles Sports Network. The Eagles leading 42-12 over the Bengals of UMFK. And realistically, the story again has been the defense and offense of the Eagles really being a whole new look and a whole new feel, and it's been working on all cylinders so far. Here today is Ethan Moss alongside Ryan Barnes, and several leaders in the category for the Eagles. Balzer with 11 total rebounds at the half, having a huge day off the glass, and that's been a big part of why the Eagles have been scoring so quickly and so often, and really limiting a lot of those chances for the Bengals.
I mean, not only Balzer, Derek Collin also getting it done more on the offensive side. 13 points with a block and 3 rebounds. And as I've said before, it just seems like a different style of game that we've seen in past seasons, rather than sticking with the same couple scores. We're getting it more spread out with 9 different scores in this game. It's something new. It's refreshing. It's a new season, and especially as we also talked about earlier, getting the younger guys in there. You got Riles Neff, the junior transfer. You got Eric Ayler, sophomore. Ty Hankey, sophomore. Bryce Tackett as well. They're not only coming in playing, but they are providing. They are producing, and that is going to be the biggest story for the season.
Yeah, and for Coach Caruso, you don't get 30 years of experience without knowing how to adapt. And after a system that felt stagnant after last year and the disappointing exit in the North Atlantic Conference tournament, this team is a whole fresh new look and looking to live up to the polling in the North Atlantic Conference, finishing with a unanimous first place in coaches' voting. And looking to respond as to why the Eagles have won in the North Atlantic Conference so much in basketball. As we start off the second half, Eagles will have possession. Here's Neff. Works it outside to Collin, who puts up a 3. That one, he's good. 16 points for Derek Collin. His first 3 of the night. We'll run out the same lineup, both sides will, that they left the half with. As Angel De La Torre lays one in for the Bengals. Maranta trying to shake his defender. Gets it back out. Now McCauley just off the rim. Now De La Torre working on Neff. He'll pass it off. Now Baugh. Lots of space until he runs into Collin. Gets the screen. Tries to feed it back in to Baldwin, who got it. Quick pass to Collin. Doesn't take the shot. Drives it in. Now kicks it out to Balzer. Now Maranta. 4-3. He's got it. Jeremy Maranta knocks down his second of the night. Now Ball working against Neff. Kicks it back out. De La Torre now drives in. Swings it out wide off of the hands of Baldwin. Juggled around, and the Bengals will keep it, or the Eagles will have it now. Now Neff works it in, and that'll roll around the rim and roll out. Neff with a good look. Now Baugh coming the other way. Tries to direct Franklin, and Baldwin does it on his own, puts himself in the spin cycle and loses the touch. Quick timeout called on the side of Fort Kent. Flowers taking her second of the day is going to go over some stuff with her team. We're going to step aside 48-16. Back out of the break, accompanied by the lovely Husson University pep band, also in attendance today for the home opener. Here's De La Torre, kicks it back out wide. Trying to get in is Kubrick, and that one knocked down by Balzer. Here's Neff, working against Baugh, dishes it quickly. Now Balzer will put it up, and it's good. From Balzer, Baldwin will inbound on the side of the Bengals. And it feels like there's a lot of questions for Fort Kent right now that need answering when it comes to this game. There has not been an answer on defense. As Kubrick dishes it back out to De La Torre. He'll swing it in. Baldwin now back to the perimeter, gets it over to Franklin, almost taken away by Maranta. Contested three off the glass, but a foul called on Balzer. And Franklin will go to the line, shoot two.
On the line for three, Franklin. Eagles foul number 22, Jared Balzer. His second, team's first.
Knocks down the first one. Goes 2 for 2 at the line. Now waiting his third. Perfect at the line for Franklin. 50-19 the score now. Eagles coming up the court with Neff under direction. Dishes it to Maranta. Long pass outside to Collin. Now Neff slings it outside. Here's Maranta for three. That'll be short. There's Collin to collect it. Loses the touch. De La Torre has it poked away. Collin goes to the floor for it. Now Maranta swings it out wide. McCauley is called for the foul. We're going to see what this ruling is. There's a whistle. And they're going to say Eagles basketball. Maranta will inbound to Collin. Now Neff slings it into Maranta. Playmaker right there. Maranta with a lot of open space in the paint. Now here's Baldwin. Quick floater. That one's good. Now Riles Neff takes it up. Now over to Balzer. Collin against De La Torre. Dish it off to McCauley. Now slinging it around are the Eagles. Maranta double teamed in the paint. Still has the handle back out to McCauley. Loses the touch. And scooped up by Neff. He'll lay it in. Quick three is no good from Baldwin. Maranta there to collect the board. Collin will dish it back out to Maranta. Now inside, gets fouled. And called for the travel is Maranta. Working through some contact. Going to protest his case with the Euro step. But nonetheless, Bengals basketball. Quickly outside of Vukcevic. Foul on the Eagles.
Eagles foul number 0, Jared Collins, his third,
Colin already with 3 fouls now, 5 minutes into the second half. Oh, trying to work around Neff, has that one poked away. Here's Maranta on the fast break, over to Neff, who will lay it in. Riles Neff keeping up that hot streak. 8 points on the day. 6 in the second half. Here's De La Torre trying to work around McCauley inside, no good. Fighting for it at the glass, that one's tipped away. Maranta has it. Now here's Neff again, he'll lay it in. Now back to double digits for the transfer. Some quick basketball here. Kubrick put up a floater. That one rolls around, no good. And finally fought for and put back in by Kubrick. Here's Ness now the other way. Saves that one from going out of bounds after he loses the handle. Inside the Ness. Right past his defender. Now 60-23 the score. Ness catching up to Colin for the lead in scoring for the Eagles. A quick 3 from right is no good. Maranta with the board. Sticks with the tough handle. Long pass to Balzer. Out of bounds off of the Bengals, and we'll have some substitutions for the Eagles. Scott Lewis, Eric Ehlers, and Ty Henke coming into the game in a personnel change. Colin, McCauley, and Balzer will get some rest. Maranta will put it up, and that one will roll in. Maranta with 12 of his own. This lead almost at 40 for the Eagles. Foul called. That one's going to be against Henke, and Baum will go to the line. 0 for 2 in his trip earlier in the ball game. Another shot at 2 here. That was assessed to Neff. Collects the long rebound. Now to Kubrick. Trying to direct some traffic, but the defense again suffocating the Bengals. Working against Lewis, gets that one off the board. Rebounded by Maranta. Here's Neff coming back the other way to Ehlers. Euro step floater, no good. Collects it again. Ehlers again, too short. Gets it again, falls on it. Rolls it over to Lewis. And Neff has that one poked into the bleachers by Baldwin. Henke will inbound, trying to get it over. Kubrick. Now here's Ness to Ehlers. Henke for 3. Too far. Bengals will take it up court quickly. Almost an errant pass there. Maranta trying to get in on the mixture there. And a 3 from Baldwin. He knocks it down. Henke crossover. Now Ehlers. Lewis will take the drive, has that one poked away by Baugh. Now Franklin, or Wright, excuse me, that one falls in, but a travel called on Nino Wright.
Foul, number 11, Nino Wright.
Timeout called on the side of the Eagles. Taking their first. We're going to step aside here on the Husson Eagles Sports Network, 62-26. Quick break. It'll be Scott Lewis to inbound for the Eagles. Halfway through, or just about halfway through this second half. Ness will just go coast to coast with it and lay it in. Vukcevic now to right. Trying to get it into Baldwin. That one poked away. Ness collects right on the out of bounds line. Here's Hankey going the other way. Get it! Ty Hankey off the rim and rolls in. Foul called on the Eagles. 2 shots upcoming. Inbound rather. Tony Hia back into the game for Neff as he takes a well-deserved rest. Vukcevic looks at the 3, says no, and then the 3 is no good from Kuhlbrick. Hia has the rebound. Here's Caruso wide open, no good. Lewis tips it around, but last touch by the Bengals. It'll be Eagles basketball. That one poked away again. Now sideline inbound for Hia. Calling for the screen is Ehlers. They're going to go quickly, trying to get it into Lewis, but Lewis, a lot of height on him. He will collect that one. Ehlers for 3. That one out of bounds, last touch by Husson. It'll come back the other way. Now Vukcevic, top of the key, will swing it out wide. Good screen. Now works his way in. Baldwin to right. That connection's paid off for the Bengals so far. Baldwin and right, with a lot of height, have been scoring in this second half. Here's Caruso again at top of the key. Drives it into Lewis, who swings it out wide to Hankey for 3, and he's got it. Vukcevic again working on Caruso. And a foul called. Sideline after the foul by Hankey on Kuhlbrick. Vukcevic working outside, gives it off to right, now driving in, puts up the floater, that one will roll around, rebounded by Caruso. Right with the quick pressure, gets it over to Hia, trying to get around the defender. Here's Hia, Euro step, nobody there on the pass. That would have been a highlight reel play, but nobody there on the far side for Hia to get the pass to. Now coming back the other way for the Bengals. Loses the footing, but a foul. Be a block. Henke with the foul. Quick inbound by Vukcevic. He takes it right back. Deep, too. Rebounded by Lewis. Now Hia comes back with it to Henke. Henke not a whole lot of space. Now Hia working on Franklin. Back out to Ehlers. Ehlers with the pressure from Baldwin. Gets it into Lewis. Can't keep the handle. Lewis tries to work it around. That one goes out of bounds. Last touched by the Eagles. Out of bounds. That one poked away. The Eagles will have it. Now Caruso. Puts it into Lewis. Back to Caruso off the screen. Now back out to Hia. Into Lewis. Off the backboard. That one will roll out. No foul. Ehlers tries to put it back. That one rejected by Wright. And here come the Bengals on the fast break. Gets all sorts of wrapped up. And that'll be a foul. Will be Baldwin to inbound. Waiting on the far side of the court for a little bit of moisture to be cleaned up. That was the reason for the stoppage there. But now here's Baldwin. Ehlers will kick it out. Looper pass into Vukcevic. Working on Caruso. Now here's Bagaloo. Lots of space. Gets it into the paint. Follow up from Wright is good. Now Hia loses his man. Back to Ehlers. No good on the three. Lewis right back there to send it home. Lewis, his second field goal of the day, now up to 4 points. Here's right at the top of the key, dishes it out to Bagaloo. Now Vukcevic will take it, drives in, puts it up, no good, but a foul. And Vukcevic will go to the line.
Eagles foul number 20, Luke Caruso, his second. Team foul number 7.
Vukcevic shooting 80% so far in the Bengals' 3 contests so far. Puts another one down.
Entering the game for the Bengals, number 5, Jay Griffith.
Jay Griffith comes back into the game.
For the Eagles, number 15, Gil Matondo.
Gil Matondo into the game for the Eagles, seeing his first action of the year, or his second. As Hia taking it up court. Trying to get it around Vukcevic and Griffith. Now Matondo out to Henke. A foul called.
Bengals foul on number 22, Maxime Vukcevic. His second, team's first.
Vukcevic called on that foul. Second of the night. Quickly fed into Lewis, but a foul. And he'll go to the line.
Bengals foul on number 5, Jay Griffith. His first, team's second. Scott Lewis on the basket, shooting 1.
Lewis completes the three-point play, now up to 7 on the day. Now Vukcevic coming the other way. Here's Franklin, dishes it out to Griffith. Trying to get some help from Wright. Now on Hia. Vukcevic still can't shake him. Franklin working on Hankey, can't shake him as well, puts up a floater. That one will roll in. Now Hia, clear lane to the basket, he'll roll it in. Hia doing a great job for the Eagles today. Not too much in the stat line, but has been commanding this offense well. Vukcevic will put up a three. Well, that's an air ball. He gets it right back to Griffith. Has that one blocked by Hankey. Matondo has that one swatted away. And it'll be Eagles ball. Will Kuznier's into the game for the Eagles. And Tope Alao as well. He'll take it from Matondo. Here's Hankey. Now to Matondo. Hankey lots of space at the top of the key. Now Matondo working on Boldwin. Decides to drive in. Goes around the basket to Caruso for three. He's got it.
We've seen Caruso look for that shot a couple times before and finally able to nail it down. Extend the lead to 45.
Now here's Wright. Trying to shake his defender. Griffith is going to take it and direct some traffic. That traffic did not move. Step back three from Wright is no good. Had to get it off with the play clock expiring, the shot clock expiring. Now coming back the other way are the Eagles. Tundo quickly in, just short. Quick pass to Griffith. He'll shake his man, no good. Hankey now coming back the other way. Out to Caruso for three. Got it. Will Kuznier's knocking it down. Making that net look like some spaghetti. And a timeout called on the side of Carly Flowers. We're going to step aside, 82-34 on the Husson Eagles Sports Network.
We appreciate your cooperation. Also representing the Eagles, number 2, Bryce Packett.
Now Vukcevic will take it back out of the break. Fight for it. And that one's taken away by the Eagles. Fast break off the glass. Almost put back. And it'll go the other way, out in front of Wright. And that'll go out of bounds, Eagles basketball. Javari Ellison was going to try to hammer that one down, but just couldn't get a grip on it. Foul called on Alao. Vukcevic will take it. Deep three from Vukcevic, no good. Rebounded by Alao. Now Tackett slides that one right in, back outside to Matondo. Good move, and just rolls out of the basket. Quickly up to Griffith, trying to get around Tackett. And lots of good defense. That one rejected by the Eagles. Kuzniers with that one. Matundo now in the restricted zone. Off the foot and back to the Bengals. Tackett will press up on Vukcevic. Gets the screen, goes back to it. Deep three, it rolls out. Lau with it. And just missed the pass. That one was trying to go to Kuzniers, who had a lane right to the basket. Katsiafikis will enter for the Eagles as Matundo comes off. His first action of this season. Griffith with the long pass to Kuhlbrick. Now back to Vukcevic for three off the front of the rim. And Lau right there to scoop it up. Tough move, he'll put it in for the and one. Lau with a tough basket there. And a chance to make it a three-point play. Really showing off the ball handling skills so far in these limited minutes he's seen today. Can't complete the three-point play, but still a good possession for the Eagles. Vukcevic will take it now, hands it off to Franklin. Vukcevic again tries to look at that three. Now here's Franklin going to take the drive in. He's fouled. Basket is waved off. Grissom and Abdul-Rahman coming into the game for the Eagles as Kuzniers and Tackett will exit. And we see Caruso really reaching down into that deep bench of his to get some of these players some minutes in some early games. And that's also very important, just really get that experience spread out. Get everybody some minutes, everybody some playing time at this level. It's so important to try to see the court as much as you can, no matter what you are to the team. That one will roll in. And Coach Caruso trying to do that, using that deep bench. Tough drive in, loses the handle, and a foul called on the Bengals. Eagles will keep it. It was a Lau. Quickly out to Katsiafikis for three off the rim and out of bounds. Katsiafikis had a nice open look there. Just rushed it. Grissom with good pressure. Now quickly out to Franklin. De La Torre is trying to get it in, and no good. Rebounded by Ellison. Now Grissom the other way, trying to lay it in, and put back by Ellison on his head. And Ellison with an exclamation mark here with less than a minute and a half to go. Vukcevic to Griffith for three, no good. That one pulled back by Kuhlbrick. He'll put it in. Javari Ellison with a highlight to start his Eagles career.
Not too bad of a way to start your college career, your first points. A put back dunk right there.
Foul called on the Bengals.
Number 33, Angelo De La Torre.
De La Torre called on that one. Eagles getting set. That'll go to Ellison. Ellison, top of the key, feeds it in. Allow off the backboard, no good. Ellison collects, gets it out to Grissom. Grissom will roll in and out of bounds. Bengals ball. Reach and foul called on Grissom. Russo will protest. But with a nearly 50-point lead, it's not going to mean much inside 45 seconds. Vukcevic will shoot. Well, the freshman guard out of Montenegro looks to be a big part of this Bengals team as they head into the season. We haven't seen a whole lot of the usual starters in Grady, Petty, Guerrero for the Bengals today, but Vukcevic has been great off of the bench. That one taken away by Griffith. Trying to answer back. But Ellison there to snuff it out. Grissom collects. That one will go out of bounds. Katsiafikis was going to try to collect them with the referee right there. Decides to let it go. Another foul called on Grissom. Now 15 seconds left in the game.
His second, team foul number 10 on the line.
It'll be Franklin to shoot. Misses the first one. That one will be good. 86-40. Now with 15 seconds on the clock and counting, Katsiafikis working against Franklin. Loses him. And Abdul-Rahman will dribble out the clock. And with the buzzer, the Eagles taking this one 86-40 over the Bengals of Fort Kent. A good turnaround and a great opening game at home for Husson. They're going to go now. They'll be back in action here at the Newman Gymnasium on Saturday. That'll be against St. Joseph's College for the 6th Annual Alumni Cup and the 11th Annual Husson Sports Hall of Fame game. That'll be at 1 p.m. and a doubleheader with the women's going at 3 also against St. Joseph's College. We'll be here for that one. I'll be on play-by-play. Ian Sirwell will be joining us for color, and Ryan, you'll be on the sideline for a special broadcast, so be sure to tune into that one. But any final thoughts from today, Ryan?
Just great overall basketball from Husson. As I've said many times before in this broadcast, just spreading the wealth. You get a point, you get a point. It's like Oprah here just spreading out the scoring in this game. There's really no start. We had Derek Collin come out huge in the first half. We had Riles Neff start off in the second half, and he started to pick up his stride. There was really no one star in the game, and that's not because nobody played well. It's just it was a great team win.
Well, it's always a good day when you can work in an Oprah reference on broadcast for the Eagles. Final score of 86-40 over the Bengals of Fort Kent. For Ethan Moss, Ryan Barnes, thanks for tuning in today. Don't forget to tune in on Saturday at 1.